Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. We are back in the building again for another one. We're dealing with the topic, Stephen Twitch Boss was allegedly on the down low and blood sacrificed by Ellen DeGeneres and his wife. Yeah, that's right. Stephen Twitch Boss was allegedly on the down low, also known as the DL. Yeah, that's right. Allegedly. And blood sacrificed by Ellen DeGeneres and his wife. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. His wife allegedly have dirty hands. That's right. She covered up everything. She covered up the whole case. She went with the narrative of him being deleted. And for whatever the reason, you have to put this all together because, you know, Ellen DeGeneres is down with Lucifer. As you can see by the hand gestures, it's very clear. Ellen is satanic. She have been exposed many times on social media for trying her best to humiliate people. We might have to do some reactions to those videos. At the same time, I've did my due diligence and did my research to find out what other people have to say. And she used her platform as a sacrificial altar to take souls away, ridicule people, mock people, and make them look crazy. I've seen this with my own eyes. I watched the videos, I looked at the footage, and I was like, wow. I mean, you would think that the people that worked around her, the people that are in the audience would be, I guess, more sympathetic against people that might have insecurities and other depression and certain issues like that. But not Ellen. You know, she capitalized off of that. I seen her try to humiliate people based on their speech, based on their, I guess, their accent. And even one particular clip where I guess she was giving away free things and some woman was, I guess she picked up more items. And then she basically embarrassed the woman on her show. And when you look at all of those different things, you have to understand that Ellen is not a good woman. And we saw the other day where Judge Joe Brown basically revealed that he at one time worked with her. And she was very callous, cold, rude, crude, and evil, according to the judge. That's right. You know. But look at her hand sign, fam. You can't see who she's paying homage to? She's paying homage to the Baphomet, to the Illuminati. That's right. Because she's a part of the club, people. She always been. You know? And shout out to everybody in the chat. How everybody doing out there? Put a 1 in the chat if everybody's good. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not having a good day. You know? Hopefully you will, you know, at the end of the show, you know. All right. Again, I'm still working on this damn door. It's not a normal door, ladies and gentlemen. The door that I'm working on is a soundproof door, and I'm building it from scratch. I'm not trying to spend no money to try to buy one. I already know how to build it. It's just that it takes time, and I'm trying to do it thoroughly. Anyway, so everybody doing good? All right. So what we talking about right now? Stephen Twitch boss was allegedly on the down low. I know that may bother a lot of you. I know it hurts your feelings to know that. At the same time, we got the receipts. We got the information that is needed. It's very clear. We just got to do what we got to do. Again, I'm here to do what I got to do, my job. I got to bring it out. And it is what it is, man. Somebody's asking, what does blood sacrifice mean? Let me see. How long you been on the internet? How long you been online? Like, seriously. You don't know what a blood sacrifice mean? How about you Google it? Google is a good friend. I mean, I'm not even trying to be rude or anything. We're in 2022 and you don't know what a blood sacrifice is? So I guess you don't watch TV, you don't watch the internet, you don't watch nothing, you don't use Google, you don't okay. We're just gonna leave that alone. We're not gonna waste any time with you because maybe the trolls are coming out. Because, a lot of times people ask questions and I'm like, are you kidding me? So all this time we've been talking about these things. So you must be new. You must be totally new. You don't even know nothing about a blood sacrifice. So all of the rappers that died, all of the Illuminati stuff, all of everything that's going on in the industry, you just don't know what's going on. Listen, let me tell you something, fam. I don't have no time to entertain nonsense about, well, she really may not know. Why don't you tell her then? Why don't you and her exchange Instagram numbers and Instagram messages and go entertain that nonsense in the background? Anybody that don't know what's going on in society when it comes to blood sacrifices, Illuminati and everything else, you're living under a rock. And you need to get out more. Seriously, I don't got no time to sugarcoat nothing. This is sad. This is really sad. And it just goes to show why people are so easily deceived. If you don't even know that, chances are you may be in the industry and have already taken the oath. It's seriously, it's sad. Now, to anybody that might want to go explain to that person, you go explain to them. You go do it. Because if you've been watching my content for all this time and you don't know nothing about, yo, I tell you, this is sad. Anyway, back to the lesson. We're in class right now, ladies and gentlemen, so pull up a chair. We got work to do. You know what I'm saying? I was up for literally 3 days straight. I got some rest. Don't worry about me. I'm good to go. But I was up for 3 days straight, fam. I'm talking about 3 days, right? And I got some rest. Yeah, I did. I tell you, yeah, it is what it is. But hey, when I'm working, I'm working. Ain't no damn time to sleep. Ain't no time for nothing. I'm serious about what I do, right? So I'm good to go now. We got work to do. Let's get right into this thing. We're going to react to this particular information. We're going to bring out everything. We're going to bring out the receipts. Shout out to everybody that been sending me information, and stuff like that, little clips and things here and there. Just avoid sending me any clickbait material. If you have actual information, just send that to my Instagram at Ringo TV Raw. Okay, now, if you're joining on the stream, we're talking about Stephen Twitch Boss was allegedly on the DL. That's right. He was allegedly on the DL. This is very evident. There's a possibility that he was involved with a man and something was coming out, and whatever the case is, things went left, and he didn't delete himself though. Somebody else did the job. This man knew a lot about Ellen. He was already done pre-scheduled for a blood sacrifice, and we're gonna find that out in the tribute video. The tribute video was the ceremony for the blood sacrifice. You must understand this. Out of all the people that was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, she never gave them nothing like this. This was clearly a ritual. They did this brother dirty. At the same time, I want you to all understand that although they did him dirty, he didn't know that he was going to check out this early. He didn't know that, but he knew that he was connected with some bad people. And Ellen allowed him to be himself in terms of, living the alternative life, doing his thing, dancing. And she kept a lot of his secrets. There was a lot of secrets that he had. She knew all of them. She knew all of his secrets. She knew everything. The relationship that they had was not a relationship of like good friends. That they weren't good friends. It was a deal. It was a contract that was made. And it's one of them things that the industry hides from a lot of individuals, because everybody want success. Everybody want to be successful, and they're willing to sell their soul to get it. Sad to say, a lot of you out there may have already done sold your soul. There are a lot of people that are desperate to become wealthy, desperate for success. They want houses and cars. They really think that if they could get all of this stuff, they're going to be happy. And I keep telling you, you can get all the material things in the world and still be unhappy and be sad and be miserable. You understand? Because you know that it's going to require your soul. Look, ladies and gentlemen, you must understand what I'm saying. Yes, having money and having a home, a nice house, it feels good. I mean, everybody want to live good, right? What I'm saying is this. Having it all, right? Having millions of dollars, all the material in the world, it's not going to equal happiness, right? Look, when it comes to clothing and shoes, right? I technically don't even have to buy anything for the rest of my life. I don't. I don't have to ever buy clothes or shoes again, because I have an abundance. And it gets to the point where it's boring. Why? Because I can wear a pair of shoes every day for probably the next damn 6 years. Do you understand me? I could change my clothes every day. I could change it 6 times a day, and it becomes boring. It's nothing new. So what I'm trying to show you, ladies and gentlemen, is this. You can have all the cars, all the money, all the clothes, all the shoes, and still not be fulfilled. You understand? Now check this out. Ladies and gentlemen. You want to know where money and wealth really makes you happy? Do you want me to tell you the secret? Do you want me to tell you the secret, ladies and gentlemen, on what really makes you happy when you have money and wealth? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to tell you exactly what will really make you fulfill when you have money and wealth. It's not about what you do for yourself with your money. It's what you do for other people. That is where the real fulfillment comes. It is when you're a multimillionaire and you can open doors and opportunities for other people that are less fortunate, not people that are greedy who try to come to you thinking that you're an ATM. I'm talking about when you, from your heart, do things for other people and you're not asking for nothing in return. You're not looking for the camera spotlight. You're not looking for nobody to post that moment. You're doing it between you and that person, and you want to make sure that they good. That is when you get the ultimate fulfillment, is when you can use your money and your resources to open opportunity for other people that are less fortunate. And you don't make it a public display. You don't go out in the public and make it known that you did it. You don't look for no pats on the backs when you do it. You just do it. Do you understand me? I need for you to understand what I just said, ladies and gentlemen. It is when you can take everything you got that is good and you can help other people with your wealth. And you didn't turn the camera on. You had nobody record it. We didn't post it on social media that you did this for this lady. We didn't make it a public statement that, oh, you gave $100,000 to this person's family. Nobody knows what you did. It's just between you and that person. That's the ultimate fulfillment. But when you focus only on you and you're striving for wealth and you're willing to sell your soul to get it, you're never going to be happy. And a lot of people are in the industry on the outside. They look successful. They look happy. They look great, but they are not happy. Do you understand me? Man, before we get in, I got to make all of this stuff clear because we have a lot of stuff to cover in the stream. But I recall watching a clip. I forgot who the woman's name is, but it's the dark-skinned sister. I'm not sure if it's Fantasia. I think it's Fantasia, right? Somebody was interviewing her. Somebody sent me a clip. I don't know where I found the clip from, but I probably downloaded it. But I think it was Fantasia. And she had a clip where somebody was like, I know you got more money than us, and you know you're famous. And you know what she said? She said, how do you know that? You don't know that. You don't know me like that. She said, there's a lot of people that you see in the industry on the outside. They got the nice clothes. They look successful. They look happy. They look like they really got it going on. But they don't got money like that. They don't got no money like that. I seen another video by another brother. I might have to do a reaction video to it to bring some awareness to the video he made. But he made a video about how rappers in the industry are always talking about how, and if he's listening to the stream, he would know who he is. I just don't have his username off the top of my head because I think he changed his username. But he made a video talking about how these rappers are always talking about they got a private jet and they got these special airlines. But when you really capture them, they're always taking regular planes just like everybody else. They don't got no private jets. They don't got no private, airline or some nonsense. That would be like 30 bands every time you got to fly. So what the industry does is they give this illusion of them being successful. I think it was Fantasia. I think it was Fantasia on, I think it was the Tammy Mac show. I think it was, yeah. I think that was it. And so LA, you saw the exact show, right? So you know I'm not lying, right? Fantasia was like, she was serious. She was like, look, and I think Fantasia said something along the lines of, I'm now building myself back up. She said, I'm now building myself up. You guys, y'all see me as super successful, but y'all don't know my struggles. Y'all don't know what I go through. So she had to check them, not necessarily check them, but she corrected them by saying, look, don't look at me and just think I got money because my name is Fantasia. She said, I go shopping by myself. I don't got no maid. I cook my own food. I do my own thing. She said she hit rock bottom 2 times and had to build herself back up. And notice there's something else she said in that video clip, and I'm talking to LA and everybody else who is pretty much on point where they know what I'm talking about. She said something along the lines of she wouldn't trade having it all for just being a regular woman, just doing her own thing. Because she know what the industry would do to you. The industry would destroy your soul, bro. Sister, sometimes you want all the glamour, the designer purses, the designer bags. Fam, you get all of that stuff, I'm telling you, it don't mean nothing. Having all the latest clothes, it might be fun to rock nice stuff. I ain't saying nobody want to look like a bum, but when I brought up the example about clothes and shoes, it's not to say that clothes and shoes is trash, because everybody want to look good. My point is not to say that having materials is a bad thing. Nobody want to be a bum. What I'm saying is, you can have it all and still not be happy. Do you understand me? That's what I'm saying. I mean, every day I walk outside, I'm fly. I always look good. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is not that, looking good is a problem. What I'm saying is you can have it all and not be happy to the point where you'll see me looking fly. And you'll be like, yo, Ringo, man, you always got the latest kicks. You always got the fly gear. Man, yo, you chilling, bro. Yo, you got it going on, man. But you don't know how I'm really feeling inside. You don't know how I'm really feeling. I could be buying those clothes to cover up insecurities. Just like how you have people that they struggle with weight and they keep eating and they hide behind food because it's something else that's really drowning them out. You know what I mean? Some people will buy nice clothes, a nice car, and you see them flexing in their car and you think they're successful, but they struggling with the damn payments. They struggling, right? So let me get into this thing, y'all. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Again, if you're joining on the stream, I really appreciate it if you click that like button so we can have more people come in, because we just now starting. So it'd be really good if we had more people viewing. That way we can pretty much bring out all this information. We're talking about Stephan Twitch Boss was allegedly on the down low. That's right, allegedly on the down low. And he was sacrificed, blood sacrificed by this particular woman that, the judge said that she's evil. You know what I mean? She is evil. According to the judge, this woman here is evil and done a lot of evil things to people. And it's just a sad situation how this guy was, I would say he was targeted. I would say he was targeted, and he probably didn't even know. And they took him out, and they probably made threats against his family. And his wife is involved. That's right, allegedly. His wife is involved. We're going to talk about her in a few too. So let's review the tapes. Let's look at what's going on and break this thing down. Most of you may have seen the tribute video that Ellen DeGeneres had made for Stephan. That was not a tribute video. That was the stage for the ritual for the blood sacrifice. He was up for the blood sacrifice, and I think that he may have known that his time was coming. There's a possibility he may have known, or he may have been like under some sort of spell, because it's a satanic show. It was a satanic show, and it was very toxic. We got the receipts. We're gonna bring it all out. We got receipts. I got receipts for everything. So just pull up a chair. I don't listen. When you come to the platform, understand that I got the receipts. I back up what I say, right? So now, the tribute show was not really a tribute to Stephan. It was his funeral. The show was a ritual because he was going to be put to death. They knew that he was going to be checking out pretty soon. So the blood sacrifice was inevitable. It was a ritual. And I believe that Stephan knew that his soul was required. I mean, he wanted wealth. He wanted success. He got it. But now it's time to pay. It's time to pay. And it is what it is. So let's get into this thing real quick. Find out what's going on. All right. So let me get the volume going. And we're going to review all this information. We got a lot of stuff to cover here. Again, if you're a fan of Twitch, this is not meant to make you feel some type of way about Twitch. We just have to bring out the information. You understand? We have to bring it all out. So don't be in your feelings. You have to pay attention and listen to what's going on here so that you could be edified on what's going on, because I'm pretty sure the wife knew that he was allegedly on the DL. I'm pretty sure she knew that, right? At the same time, she was a beard. And it's sad that we call it beard, and shout out to New Breed, because he talked about this as well in terms of how the beard of a man has been twisted. It's supposed to be something that's supposed to make a man stand out. It's supposed to make women be more attracted to a man because of his beard, right? And for whatever reason, they use the term beard to identify him as covering up by having a woman as a wife, having children. And you would think, okay, he's a straight brother. No, there's a lot of guys out here that they use women as beards. They get married, they have children, and behind the scenes, they got a man too. But you just don't know, At the same time, I have to bring this out. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to a lot of guys out here having beards, meaning they're on the DL, I've covered these stories before back in the day. I exposed pastors that were on the DL and brought it all out. And eventually those pastors came out publicly and made it very clear that they in fact was on the DL, and it shocked the church. So I know what I'm talking about. Those of you who knew of my videos back in the day on the Ringo TV Raw channel and the Ringo for Life channel, you've seen all those videos already, right? But let's get into this, because this is very, very serious here. Let's go.
Ago, I met someone who changed my life and our show. And I'm talking about you, Twitch. Come here. And I'm talking about you, Twitch. Come here.
You see his face? You see Twitch face? You see his face? He knows what he got to do. He knows what's going on. He knows about the rituals. And that's what's going on here, fam. You know? That's what's going on here. And it's sad. It's a sad situation. Look at his eyes. He know what he got to do. And Ellen know. Again, look at her hand gestures.
Ago, I met someone who changed my life and our show. And I'm talking about you, Twitch. Come here. And I'm talking about you, Twitch. Come here.
Wow. See, that's the kiss of death. They gave Stefan the kiss of death. This is what they do in their rituals. You know what I mean? This is what they do. Now we got somebody asking, what are beards? I'm telling you, this is sad. We just gave you the answer by explaining it, and you're asking, what is a beard? Wow. You see what's going on here? See, this is not a tribute. This is a ritual. This is a ritual. That's what this is. You must understand that. See, when a guy that's on the DL, right, get a wife and have kids, he's hiding what he really want. Because the truth is, he don't want to come out in the public and come out the closet and say, okay, I'm openly this, that, I'm openly rainbow. No, he don't want to say that. So to hide the shame, because, you know, there's a lot of people out there, and to each his own. If that's what you do, then, hey, do you. That's just not my cup of tea. I don't promote that. I don't promote that world. At the same time, I got to speak on the issues. There are people that live the alternative in the shadows, and they don't want no one to know, right? Twitch was allegedly one of those guys. That is why he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, when you understand that. You must understand that. The way he danced, the way he moved, his mannerism, it all speaks volumes. And if you think that Stefan was 100% masculine, you're not paying attention to the signs. He felt comfortable on her show because he was able to be who he was. That's all it is. And this particular tribute is not really a tribute. A lot of people are saying, oh, she gave him his flowers. No, that's not giving you your flowers. That was a funeral. That was a funeral because they knew that he was going to leave this world soon. They know that. You understand? So let's get into this. Let's go.
I love you so much, and it's been an emotional week, and
she says she loved him so much, but she's not doing this for all her other people that work on the show. She's not doing this for them. Have you ever thought about that? Why Stefan? Why not everybody that's on the show?
It's just a coincidence that your mom's here. Like, we were gonna do this, and then you told me your mom's here and your best friend's here.
Notice his mom is there, but his father is not there, right? Look, let's rewind that back. And also he has a best friend that's there. This is another clue of the DL world. I gotta, listen, people, when I do my streams, right, I'm very picky about details. So you have to bear with me when it comes to details. Pay attention now. Let's go.
We were going to do this, and then you told me your mom's here and your best friend's here.
Your mom's here. Your best friend is here. But notice, the wife is not there. Dad is not there. So it's like, wait a minute, I thought his father was around, but it seemed like his mama is around. You know why? Look, we all love our mom. We all appreciate the love of our mom, but at the same time, you must understand that Twitch was, in fact, a mama's boy. And this is why he was very emotional. And a lot of times you may not understand it. The struggle that Twitch allegedly had, because they claim that there was a note that was left at the motel. We didn't see the note, but they claim that he talked about his past struggles and challenges. That challenge was being on the DL. Allegedly. That was the challenge. And it was about to come out. Meaning somebody was about to out him. Somebody was about to expose. And normally that always happens. You in these relationships, and then the person that you're in the relationship, they want to go public now. They're tired of hiding. They're tired of, meeting up. So now they want to air you out. So it's like, hey, you either do this or we going to take you out. And the thing is, these DL relationships has been going on all this time. When a man is on the DL, he on the DL the whole time, even before he was, married. That's just the cover up. Listen, the marriage between Stephan and his wife was just a business marriage. That's all it was. It wasn't the typical organic relationship that just came together. No, that was a business relationship. His wife, Allison, was a single mom. She was a single mom. And it's interesting, they don't identify her as a single mom before they met. It's interesting how when it comes to a sister, we love to call them single moms. Don't get with these single mothers. But at the same time, Stephan got with a single mom, but the media don't identify her as a single mom. They don't put those type of words on her. They don't say, oh, this Caucasian woman is a single mom. They don't say that. Because the whole time I thought that he had 3 kids. I'm learning in my own study, he only had 2. He had 2 biological children with this woman, not 3. So the whole time I'm thinking he had 3 kids. No, he had 2 children with this woman. So she was a single mom and he became a stepdaddy. And she claimed that he adopted the child as his own. When you ever heard anybody talk like that? You never heard of a brother getting with a black woman and she's a single mom and he says, yeah, he adopted her children as if though it's hers. We never heard nobody talk like that. This is why I was under the impression that all the children were his. I didn't know that she was a stepmommy, because nobody made mention of that. But as you can see, the stage has been set. Ellen DeGeneres is having the ritual at this point because Stephan is on the altar of death for the blood sacrifice. Now, in Hollywood, there's a lot of situations that's going on. Although she claimed that she loved Stephan, you have to understand Stephan also knows her secrets. Stephan knows the insides of what is going on behind her show. And it seemed like a lot of people that was around her all died. A lot of people. A lot of people got deleted. People end up getting killed. And again, to anybody that send me information, please do me a favor. When you send information, right, explain what you're sending. Don't just send me a link. Don't just send me anything and assume that I know what you're talking about. You have to explain in a brief message why you're sending the information, what it's about, and how it can be useful in a video. And then I may do a reaction video to it, because if you just send me material and I don't know what it is, I'm just going to ignore it because I don't know what you're doing. So you got to explain, because a lot of times people send me material and it's old news. If you send me old news, explain to me why this news is relevant today and why I should report on it. and put the pieces together. That way you can make sense of it to me. Now I'm able to work. You got to understand, I got hundreds of people that send me material. Think about how that looked like when you have hundreds of people sending you material every day. At certain points, I can't even see it all, right? So please do me that favor by explaining yourself. That way I could take your messages serious and know exactly what you're talking about so I can move forward. Let's go.
And so I just want to say this show is just what happened just now before we came back from break. We do those little tiny moments when we're singing a song and you always make me smile and laugh.
Notice she claimed that he always make her smile and laugh. Out of everybody that worked on the Ellen DeGeneres show, he's the only one that made you smile and laugh? Ellen, come on. Y'all put this man to death. Allegedly. Y'all put this man to death because he knew too much. He knew too much, and you knew about him too. You knew about all of Stefan's secrets. You knew about it. You knew about the relationships he had. You knew where he came from. He told you, he trusted you. Ladies and gentlemen, Stefan trusted Ellen with all his secrets. Normally, people that are on the DL and have some sort of struggles, they gravitate to a person. And Stefan looked like he was hiding his lifestyle and his world. At the same time, he opened up to Ellen about the things that he was involved in. And just like most people that may have certain issues, they don't even tell their own wife, but they'll tell somebody else. But the wife had to know because she's his wife, right? You gonna tell me she wouldn't know? And we're gonna get into those receipts too, because the wife, before she became his wife, was talking about how she was touching on him, trying to feel up on him, and the dude wasn't even budging. He wasn't even budging. She was trying to shoot her shot. And it's like with all the woman moves she was putting on him, he wasn't even reacting to it. It was almost like he wasn't even attracted. We're going to bring it all out, fam. I got receipts, man. And they were planning on having a child. They were planning on having another child. We're going to bring it all out.
Anyway, we put a little something together just to say how much we
just to say goodbye is what she meant to say.
all love you here.
What is something you would like to say to Twitch? Like, what has he meant to you?
Well, I don't want to say goodbye.
Let me turn the volume up for you because I'm not sure if you can hear the volume very loud. So let me do you a favor because I could read people's minds out in the clouds. Some people got their phone at the max volume and they trying to listen. So I can hear you. All right. I can hear your thoughts. So let me see if I can put this volume up some more. Hopefully that would help you out. Let me see.
What is something you would like to say to Twitch? Like, what has he meant to you?
She can't answer. What did he meant to you?
Well, I don't want to say goodbye.
I don't want to say goodbye. We're not talking about the ending of the show. We're talking about say goodbye as in, I know he has to die. He must be sacrificed. And I hate to have to put him on that altar. At the same time, he gotta go.
One of my favorite shows on television is on during the summer. It's So You Think You Can Dance.
How is that her favorite show? When did that become her favorite show? And why is she promoting it? Because they saw Twitch and they saw somebody that they can use as a sacrifice. You must understand how this thing works, man. There's a lot of people that they're watching you. They see how you move and they're saying, hey, we could use a person like that. They got that energy on them that can really boost our show. And that's why they chose Twitch, for that very reason.
I love that show. I used to be a huge fan of So You Think You Can Dance.
She's still saying she was a true fan of I Think You Can Dance. So You Think You Can Dance. She wasn't a fan. They just hand selected Twitch to be the sacrifice.
and I wanted to do a dance. So the producers of So You Think You Can Dance set me up with Twitch. Twitch came over to my house.
Listen, birds of a feather flock together. You just can't get close to Ellen DeGeneres unless you are in that world. I'm letting you know that. I'm telling you, you cannot get close to Ellen DeGeneres unless you work and live in that world. She's not going to just let you come to her house. You don't come to Ellen DeGeneres' house. You don't just do that. You got to be the right kind of person to come to her house.
And he helped me try to copy it. It was like a crash course in getting to know each other and he was—
A crash course. Crash. A crash is associated with hurts, pains, death, possible. When it's a crash course, it's something that came out of nowhere. It's like you are forced to just experience it and go through it. It was sudden. You experience it as fast as possible, and hopefully you're hoping that it just ends. That's typical of a crash course. It's not something that's good.
so patient with me.
He was so patient with her. Why? Why would she feel he was so patient with her?
That was my initial love for him, was
So she was in love with him.
just bonded over learning to dance together.
Bonded. Okay, whatever you say. So now he taught her how to dance, taught her how to do all these moves. These are the things that he was into, and he couldn't do this on any other show. You must understand that. She gave him his big break. And notice the stage, all in red, because this is a part of the rituals of the blood sacrifice. And this is the tribute that she gave him, because she already done knew beforehand that he was pre-selected for death. That's just the way it works in the industry, you know? And you can see she's taking different clips from different shows and she's putting it together. You must understand what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. This man was murdered. Now think about this. You got a crowd full of women, but he's the one that's dancing. Now again, there's certain things that masculine men do, and there's certain things that masculine men don't do. Even if you know how to dance and you're a man, there's certain things you're just not going to be involved in. You know? What is it called when you have these college people, man, like they put you through some sort of ritual? I think it's called hazing or something along like that. That's what this is. That's what this is. You must understand it. This is all a hazing process of getting him ready. You know? That's what this. Now check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. You see Ellen with a piece on her head, right? You see this? Now check this out.
Twitch, don't be getting jealous. I got you some too. There's an envelope over there. You probably wondered what.
I feel like that dude from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I was gonna say.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like that dude from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I was gonna say.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Masculine men don't do this. I'm sorry. Masculine men don't play like this. Masculine men don't do this. You just don't do this type of stuff.
I feel like that dude from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I was gonna say.
Nah.
I feel like that dude from Earth,
Check out his hands. Check out his hand posture, body language, everything else.
Wind, and Fire.
I was gonna say.
You see this, ladies and gentlemen? This is what they put him to do. And this is the world they had him in. Now, the ring and the marriage, all of that stuff, that's a part of the Baird culture. They just had him as, the woman was there as a Baird. He was living on the DL, right? He was definitely on the DL, right? It was one of those things that was hidden. Now, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Again, this is all a part of the hazing process of the rituals. They have him on the altar of death. And I want you to see what they're doing. And again, masculine men, we don't do this type of stuff. Masculine men do not do this. We don't do this type of stuff. We will not put ourselves in any position to do this. This is not funny to us. This is not entertaining to us. We're just not doing these things.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Oh my God!
You see this mess, ladies and gentlemen? Masculine men don't do this. We don't do this type of stuff, fam. This is not cool. You see the rituals? These are the rituals they're doing. You know? This is exactly what's going on here. You see? At the same time, we have to understand, why would a man, number one, have a hairpiece on his head, acting like a woman? Yeah, humiliation rituals. There you go. Notice how Ellen is holding his hand, and notice Twitch's hand. Notice how his hand is gripping on her hand as if a woman is gripping on a man's hand. You got to pay attention to details.
Oh my God! It's a candy. Twizzler. It's it's like chocolatey bite-sized situations.
Chocolatey bite-sized, blindfold, eaten from her plate. These are all Illuminati symbolism of the blood sacrifice rituals and what they do.
M&M's. Wait. They're like cube shaped.
See, this is what they do. See this? These are all the rituals right here. You know, they have you blindfold, you're eating, you're doing all of these different things. This is what they do in that world. And they had Twitch involved in that type of stuff. You know. And it's just sad, but this is what they do.
Oh.
See, for you on the outside is entertainment, but what they're doing are rituals. You know, there's no way as a masculine man that I'm going to be blindfold and eating something off of a plate trying to figure out what it is. I'm not doing none of that nonsense. Not on no TV show. What, I look like a damn dog? I'm not doing that. No.
Ready? Ready? Are you ready?
Notice, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And he said yes.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my God!
Ready? Ready?
See, all of these things are the rituals. All of it. These are all the rituals that they're doing here in preparation for the blood sacrifice. It has already been written down that Twitch was up for a sacrifice. And that's just the way it is. You know, again, masculine men, we don't do this type of stuff. We're not going to lay on a table with no clothes on, right? And just some underwear, some shorts, right? We're not gonna be there doing that. Not on no public show. These are humiliation rituals. We're not gonna do that. Masculine men do not do this. The only men that you would see do stuff like this are men that sell out. They sell their soul. That's just how it is. Anything for that dollar, the almighty dollar, they're gonna do it.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Oh my God!
And then you have to think about the way he's screaming out saying, oh my God, oh, all of that type of stuff is all a part of the humiliation rituals. That's what this is all about.
Ready? Ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Oh my God!
And see, Ellen took his hand and walked him through the rituals. You see? And again, this is sad. This is a sad situation this is supposed to be a tribute. I don't see this as no tribute, man. This is not a tribute at all. These are the sacrifices. Again, does this look like a man that is masculine, that is a man's man, you know what I'm saying? No. Stephan, Twitch boss, was allegedly on the DL. And his secrets was kept with Ellen. And not only that, he knew Ellen's secrets. He knew who Ellen was with. He knew who Ellen wanted on the show. He knew everything. Matter of fact, he knows some very serious information that nobody was supposed to know. And he was up next for that blood sacrifice. They had to get him up on out of there. And the wife is involved too, allegedly. She covered it up. She played her part. The wife is involved too. Don't think for a minute that she innocent. She involved.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Notice how he's saying, oh my God, and look at how he's holding her hand. These are the rituals, people. Open your eyes.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Wow. And see, this is what they do in Hollywood. You know, Ellen knew exactly what was going down. The altar of Satan. That's where they took him to. And when he went to that motel, he wasn't the only one there. There was other people there. Yeah. And let's say, for example, he didn't self-delete. They could have told him, look, you gotta kill yourself. Meaning, he was there and other people were in that motel room and they made him off himself. He didn't want to. At the same time, he had to. Because it's either you do it, it's either you get rid of yourself, or we get rid of your whole family, or your kids get sacrificed. Because I personally believe the wife is involved. Like, she just looked like the type of person that was competing with him the whole time. And normally when you have couples like that, where y'all into similar fields, a lot of times competitive jealousy kicks in, where it's like Twitch is the star and the wife is like, listen, I'm a dancer too. Why nobody talks about me? And she want all the fame. She want all the praise and she's not getting it. So now it becomes competitive jealousy. And this is why when you saw them dancing a lot, to our eyes, it looked like a couple that's just having fun. But the whole time it could be the wife and him competing. And she got tired, man, of everybody talking about Twitch, man. Like, come on. What about me? What about me? What about talking about me? You know? So based on everything we saw thus far, it's very evident and clear that Twitch definitely had some Fruit Loops. And his mannerism, the things that he's involved in, the things that he's doing, it points to a bigger picture of what was going on in his world. And we got to uncover all of this type of stuff, fam. And if you're in the stream and you're liking the show so far, you think it's good, you know what I mean? Do me a favor and click that like button. It goes a long way, helping with the algorithm.
Candy, Twizzler. It's it's like chocolatey bite size.
It's chocolatey bite size. Just the words that Twitch is saying, chocolatey and bite size. It's not that of a masculine man to be doing this, and then he's eating off of her plate like a dog. It's a ritual, fam.
Situations.
M&M's.
Wait. They're like cube shaped.
See, they're trying to make you laugh. They're doing everything to make things funny to you, but it's really not funny when you have the eyes to see the truth. They do rituals on TV every day. They do rituals right in front of our face, and we thinking it's just a commercial or a movie scene, and the whole time it was a ritual the whole time. This is what they did, fam. You have to understand when you're around Ellen, right, you cannot be a masculine man. That's another thing I need for you guys out there to understand, especially you ladies. You cannot be around Ellen. Listen to me. You cannot work around Ellen and be a masculine man. Nope. It's not going to happen. They're going to break you down. Right? Now, again, to each his own. You do what you want to do. Live your own life. I'm just bringing out the facts. You know, I cannot come in there as Ringo TV talking about, hey, Ellen, you know, I want a job and I'm a music producer and I'm this. I'm not getting no job on her show. It's not going to happen. Because once she see how I move and how I talk, she's going to recognize what I'm about. She's not going to feel comfortable around me. She's not going to want a masculine man that is about truth to be around her. Do you understand? It's not going to happen. So, hey, it is what it is. Let me see. Let's go. So that's pretty much it, man. And to whoever's in the chat that keeps saying breaking news, Ellen is dead and all this nonsense. If Ellen is not dead, don't waste your time spamming my chat with that nonsense, okay? Because trust and believe, I have 1,000 people that would be hitting me up. So I don't have time to entertain the nonsense. So as you can see, look at the shrines, look at all those different things. These are rituals, people. These are all rituals that's going on here. And that's just the way it is. And it's just a sad situation how people, they can't really see these things. They can't see the truth. They can't understand what is going on in the world to recognize what society is trying to hide. Because they're trying to hide a lot of things from our eyes. They don't want us to see exactly what's going on. What I'm trying to show you is Stephen was a part of a club of people that he knew were bad news. He knew what he was getting involved in. This is why I keep telling you, a lot of y'all be out here, y'all be striving to get rich, can't wait for success, and you hook yourself up with different people, not realizing that you're selling your soul. See? Now think about how that looked. That was supposed to be her tribute video. That's not what you do as a tribute. That's what you do when somebody dies. You understand? That is what you do when somebody dies. That's how that look when they put it in black and white and they walking off. That's what you do when somebody dies. And it's like in loving memory of Twitch. That's the kind of tribute you give. So they basically celebrated his death a few months ago. You see how that worked? They know what they were doing.
I love you. I got you something.
She loves him and she got him something. She loved him and she got him something.
Every day we walk off stage.
Now notice that. They come to deliver him his plaque because he must be sacrificed. And remember, you cannot be on Ellen DeGeneres show and work there and be a masculine man. You cannot do that. I'm just being honest, because what's going to happen is this. You're going to bump heads with her. And this was seen with Judge Joe Brown. If you watch the stream that I did with Judge Joe Brown, he was called to go down there to work with her to boost her ratings. And once he got there, they clashed. We all know Judge Joe Brown is a no-nonsense guy, and they went at it. And Judge Joe Brown, in his own words, said that she's rude, crude, and evil. That's what Judge Joe Brown said. He called her out on her BS. He said that working on that show is a horrible, hostile environment. You know what I mean? And it's a very stressful environment. Now again, notice Twitch's body language and mannerism and movements.
I love you like crazy.
Sorry. I was not prepared. I love you, and also, I love the family that we've gained here.
He loved the family that we gained. Listen, people. Your boy Twitch was on the DL. I'm just calling it out, man. I don't got time to sugarcoat it, man. I don't got no time, because number one, they knew. The wife knew. The wife knew exactly where Twitch came from. She knows. There's no way a woman don't know that the man she with is living a double life. She knew. She just kind of went with the flow, but then it most likely probably got a little bad. Maybe he was still in that world, and she probably was like, look, I don't know what you're doing. You know, you got to stop, because he ran out of that house, according to her. But how do we know that really happened? How do we know if Twitch really ran out of that house? How do we know that story is real? Like, let's really think about that. How do we know Twitch really ran out of the house and took a Uber to a hotel? How do we know that's true? Because the wife said it? They already closed his case already. They didn't even investigate it as a murder. They said there's no signs of foul play. And his wife just accepted the narrative that he committed suicide. What wife does that? So we really can't believe her story. What if they had an argument before they left? What if they were arguing about this and arguing about that, and he went to the hotel to meet up with a man? What if she was at the hotel when he died? See, you would never know, because they covered everything up. And they made so many different stories, they left everybody confused. That's what they do.
And something that I'll always remember is that you gave me a place where I can just be myself. You know what I mean? Gave me a place where I can just be myself. You know what I mean? Gave me a place.
Listen.
Where I can just be myself.
Where he could just be himself. Ellen gave him a place where he could just be himself. What do you mean be yourself, man? Be yourself in what way? It can't be so you could just dance, because, I mean, anybody can be themselves and dance anywhere. Be yourself, man. You can't see see, let me tell you something, brothers. The women, they know. I can guarantee you, all the ladies that are in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you already know what he mean by be yourself. Because women, they pick up on it quick. You know what I mean? A lot of you guys, we got to help you out. Because like y'all be, I don't know. The women, they already know. So as he say a place where he could be himself, the ladies' red flags go off right away. Alarm clocks go off. They like, wait a minute. What do you mean be yourself? You got to explain that one, man. So the women already know. You could see it already with the chat. They already done know. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody know, including men and women, so that we all on the same page. Because, you know, again, I'm trying to bring out the receipts so you can understand that this is real, man. Like, this guy said he want a place, you know, to be himself. Listen to what he said.
Well, I can just be myself. You know
what I mean? Listen to the tone. Listen to a tone and voice.
Well, I can just be myself. You know what I mean?
A place where he could just be himself. You know what I mean? He told her, a place where I could just be myself. You know what I mean? What do you mean, know what you mean? Know what you mean in what way? Ellen know what he mean. Ellen know exactly what he mean.
Gave me a place where I can just be myself.
In other words, a place that is non-judgmental. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta peep the game, man. Oh, man. Listen. He's talking about a place where it's non-judgmental, where he's not gonna be questioned, a place where nobody's gonna look at him funny and ask him, well, do you like this or do you like that? A place that is non-judgmental. That's what he's talking about. You know, like for example, on the 9-to-5 job and workplace, right? They have zero tolerance for everything. So let's say, for example, you have a person that lives the alternative lifestyle, right? And they come to the job. You're supposed to treat that person with respect. You do know that, right? In the workplace, you're supposed to treat that person with respect, just like everybody else. A lot of times in a lot of companies, if somebody come in and they're of the alternative lifestyle, people start looking at them funny, they're gossiping, they're talking a bunch of crap, and that can get you fired. You must understand that. So what they did is, a lot of companies and agencies have upgraded their policies to be a little more strict concerning these matters. I can remember one time I was working for this particular agency, and we had a brother that came in, a brother came in the job, and he was one who lived the alternative life. It was very apparent. At the same time, dude was cool. You know what I mean? He was a cool dude, just that he so happened to live the alternative lifestyle. And I remember there was one particular time where, I guess he was in the locker room and everybody was there, and you have a couple of guys, they were like, they felt a little uncomfortable because they know what his position is, so they didn't want to be around. So it was like he felt some type of way, and I guess they probably had like a little meeting about that, and it came out where a lot of the guys, I guess they were just uncomfortable because they didn't know how to react. And during that time, they had changed the policies and made it very clear that you can't. They made so much strict policies. It literally drove a lot of us crazy because it was like you couldn't even talk almost. It's like you couldn't even speak, because if you speak and this person get offended, now you in trouble. And I'm like, look, what about what I believe? What about what I think? What about my rights? I remember we had some, and again, I never had nothing against the person in terms of, their lifestyle. They could do whatever they want to do. That's their business. Just don't bring that near me, And like I said, the person was cool. The person is a cool dude. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I could even remember there was one particular time where, he actually gave me some advice on what it was, man. I think I was wearing these type of jeans, right? And the jeans, because you already done know a lot of them dudes that are alternative, they are into fashion a lot. And they believe it or not, most of them style everybody that's in the industry. That's a fact, right? Every artist, celebrity that gets styled, your stylist is normally a man who is living the alternative lifestyle. That is a fact. All of the models, all of the clothing designers, all of them live the alternative life. That's just the truth. So there was this one time, I think I was wearing a bunch of baggy clothes, baggy stuff. I wasn't wearing my proper type of jeans. And he gave me some advice. Boom, 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 doom. And I went and I followed the advice. Not no alternative advice. That's not what I'm saying. But I followed the advice regarding style. And when I bought the correct type of jeans, I noticed there was a difference. It's like, wow. And even if you watch the style channels that are on YouTube that deals with how to put on a shirt, the type of size shirt to wear that match your build or whatever the case is, you find that your clothes look better on you. When you wear clothes that are too baggy, you make yourself look out of shape and you don't even realize that. You could be a guy that's in shape, but because of the shirt you wear, it's like a XL shirt. You tend to look more overweight, and you're not. It's just the kind of clothes you're wearing. So because of the different issues that people were doing in the workplace in terms of giving weird eye looks, people talking crap about people, They felt uncomfortable. And I remember we had a meeting where they were talking to everybody, all the staff, about different things. And everybody kind of just talked about what they didn't like or what they liked. And it got people very, everybody came out and was opening up about what their issues are. Because I remember there was this one thing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you in the chat may have had situations like this. And this went on when I was working for this particular agency. It was around the time where they said something about if a man want to identify himself as a woman, right? He could go into a woman's bathroom, right? And when we heard that stuff at the workplace, we was like, so hold up. So you telling me that if a dude feel today he want to be a woman, it's okay for him to go into the bathroom? And like all the guys were joking around. They were like, yeah, so today I feel like I'm a woman, so I can go into the woman's bathroom. They were joking around like that because they figure how easy it would be to just be around the woman's locker room and stuff like that. So when we heard stuff like that, we started to protest. And I started to say, well, hold up. So what if one of the ladies in the workplace feel like she's a man? Are you telling me that she could come into the men's locker room and change in front of us? What if she changed in front of us and one of us dudes is checking her out? Now we're going to lose our job for sexual harassment? So we brought up all of those different scenarios. You know what I mean? And you know what's so sad about this, ladies and gentlemen? You know what's so sad about this? The guys, we was bringing up so much information. The person that came there to speak to us couldn't answer nothing because we were making so many good points. We was like, look at this woman here. Because we was pointing out different sisters on the job that had nice looking figures and all that other stuff. And we was like, look at this sister right here. So you telling me that if Susan want to identify as a man, you telling me that she could come into the men's locker room and the men's bathroom now and change right in front of us guys? And it's cool? What if I find her attractive and I look and then she go to HR saying that I'm giving her leering looks? Now I'm going to lose my job. Where's my protection? And why would you allow that? They couldn't answer. So basically the whole meeting wasn't really about the rights of anybody that's straight. It was really to promote an equal space so that anyone that lives the alternative life can be comfortable in the environment. So I said all of that to make my point. Twitch felt comfortable around Ellen because the environment was non-judgmental. Are you getting it now? Because here's the thing, if Twitch would have went and worked at any other place, people would have been questioning his sexuality. Are you paying attention in class? If Twitch would have went to any other place, they would have been questioning him. They would have been talking about him. And they would have made things difficult for him, which would bother him emotionally, which goes back into the note that they allege was at the crime scene of the murder, alluding to past hurts, trauma, challenges, and struggles. These are those struggles. So when I say that this brother was on the DL, allegedly, I'm pointing you to all the signs. He was very comfortable on Ellen DeGeneres' show because he was able to be himself. No different than when you go to your 9 to 5, and I'm talking to anybody that might be living the alternative lifestyle. If you are on the job, you want to be in a non-judgmental environment. You wouldn't want to work in a place where everybody's looking at you, questioning who you sleeping with. And that is the point of those company policies. Even though at times I really believe that it's unfair, at the same time, if you work for a company, you got to accept these policies because, hey, you work there, right? So if you don't like the policy, hey, leave the agency. Period. But my point is, that is why Stephen felt comfortable, and that's why you see him crying and all this other stuff, because Ellen gave him an environment to just be himself without being judged.
You know what I mean? I came here to dance one time.
You see the hand movement? Pay attention to the hand movement now.
to do a dance cost you. You know what I mean? And now I've gained a family, you know. I've gotten married. We've had more kids on the show.
He said he got married, had more kids on the show. Look at the hand gesture with the mouth. You have to pay attention to all of that body language. You know, you got to pay attention to all these little key indicators. It's very important. See, all I'm trying to say is this. If a man, right? If a man is into the alternative life, he needs to just come out and just be real. Because to me, if you're going to hide who you are, whether people agree with you or not, then you're not really being true to who you are. And that's what's going to eat you alive. It's not so much that people might talk crap about you. I think the real danger is if you know this is how you really are and you don't want to come out because you're afraid, you're doing yourself more harm than good. It'll be better for you to come out. Because like I said, when I was at that particular job, the dude that lived the alternative, he was chilling at the damn table with all of us, and we were all talking, hanging out and chilling. We knew what he was. We knew what he dealt with. But hey, we didn't see that. We weren't there talking about, yo, so who's your man and who. We weren't talking about that. We were talking about other stuff. You get what I'm saying? And you even had some of the ladies that was on the job. They were like, hey, you know, so-and-so, I could turn you straight tonight, you know, if you want, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, no, you can't. You even had some women joking around with dude, talking about we could turn you straight tonight. And, you know, if I, you know, like, and again, even though we had company policies where, you know, you can't be talking a certain way, you know how it is. Y'all break all the damn rules. So the chick would turn around and be like, if I gave you some of this right here, you'd be good to go. He was like, I don't think that's going to work. You know what I mean? So my point is, the reason why companies make these policies is not necessarily to, I guess, make everybody get upset. It's to create an environment. You got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not one that lived the alternative life, you may not understand what they may feel. Imagine you walking into a room and it's filled with nothing but people that live the alternative lifestyle, and you're the only one there that don't live their lifestyle. You're gonna feel, listen, when I make my examples and my points, I always use the best points and examples. I want to give you guys and you ladies an example of what a male may feel if he's living the alternative lifestyle and he walk into a room full of people that are straight, right? And it's the working environment. If you're a brother, masculine, straight guy, you just love women, and you go to a company, you know, it's a graphic design company, editors, and you walk in there and over 90% of the workforce, they're all living the alternative lifestyle. As soon as you walk in there, everybody is living that world. That's their lifestyle. And you're the only one there. You're going to feel a little out of the loop. Their job is not necessarily to make you feel uncomfortable. You feel uncomfortable because you don't even know what to talk about. You get what I mean? So in order to make you feel at home, they got to provide a safe working environment so that you don't feel like you're being targeted, talked about, or questioned. Do you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel out of place. But they don't want you to feel out of place, because when you go to your job, it shouldn't be about who you sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? You going there to do a job. You're not going there to be questioned on who you with. You know what I mean? So the job of the company is to make it a safe working environment. That's all it is. So when Twitch is talking about Ellen gave him a place to be himself, you gotta read between the lines on what he's talking about. He's talking about to be accepted, because everywhere else he worked and tried to dance, they didn't accept him for who he was. Right? Somebody said, okay, next. me take care of you real quick. That's what we do to people that come in to disrespect. If anybody want to say okay next, you'll just go on the block list. And see, this is what I mean. You see how that person was disrespectful? That's exactly how it be in the workplace. Just like that. You see how that worked? That's exactly how it be in the workplace. No moderators is here right now. If there were, that person would have been gone already. There's probably other people that should have been blocked already. But at the same time, I have zero tolerance. Just like how in the workplace, they have zero tolerance for anything. I have zero tolerance for disrespect. Right? I'm making points. This is my show. If you are one that is impatient, then leave. You don't have to be here. There's 1,000 other channels you can go to right now that may be doing live streams. You don't have to be here, right? But don't be disrespectful, because I don't know you, and I'm not disrespectful to anybody that's in the chat. You know, let's go.
And whether I was the real DJ or not, I always felt at home. You don't have to.
Now, notice what he just said. He felt at home. He said, I wasn't a real DJ, but you made me feel at home. You see how that goes? He felt at home on her show. So you know when the show ended. Oh, man. Listen to me, people. Listen to me. Oh, man, this is crazy. Have you ever... All right. Those of you that are on a 9 to 5, you're probably there right now. Have you noticed that there have been people that worked at your job, your agency, and once they retired, they died? Have you noticed that people that worked at your company, they retired, and then a few months later they died because the job kept them alive. You see what I mean? Yes, that's right, Caramel. He felt better at work than home. Just like people that worked at your job, they retired, but then they died. You know why? The job kept them alive. The job kept them alive. And outside of that job, they felt hopeless and lost because now they felt naked and exposed and unaccepted by society. And see, a lot of times, people don't realize this. That job was everything to Twitch. And because the show ended, everything else ended. Things weren't the same no more. So the cover that he had from that show was gone. It's crazy, right? Let's go.
And I thank you for that, Ellen. It's unforgettable times.
Unforgettable times.
I thank you, and I thank all of the crew here.
All of the crew here.
And this family, I love you so much.
We love you so much. You're a fake DJ, but you're a real good man.
She said he's a fake DJ, but you're a good man. Now, I don't know if the guy is a fake DJ or what. I don't even know if he is a DJ or he just used the term DJ. I don't know. But the point is, that's what they call him. At the same time, look at all of this that she's doing for him. Because she know he got to go. She ain't give everybody on her show a tribute. She gave him a tribute. You have to pick the clues up, fam. Do you see that laugh right there?
Real good man. We'll be back.
See, what I'm saying is this, fam. If you are who you are, you need to be who you are. Never hide who you really are. Be yourself. Be yourself. If you're a dude and you live the alternative world, even though I don't promote that, at the same time, if that's what you are, be you. Don't try to be fake for everybody else. Be who you are. Listen, fam, let me explain something to you. Let me use this as another example for my lessons and when I teach. You know, when I go on Nike.com, a lot of times they'll have a particular shoe that'll drop, right? And the shoe would have, I guess the motivation behind the shoe is really for people that live the alternative world, right? I didn't know at first glance. Like, it'll be a particular shoe or a particular shirt, and it'll say, be true. And, you think, okay, be true. And you think, okay. And then you notice it has like a rainbow. And there have been times when I've seen stuff like that, and I'm like, look, man, I want to buy the damn shirt, but I'm not wearing a shirt that says be true, because that's not for me. That's for those other people. You know what I mean? And I realized, even though in my frustration in other words, the shirt looked nice, but the shirt is more or less for somebody that is living the alternative life. It's sort of like a statement of be true. Now, here's the kicker of my point. Even though I might be frustrated because I like the shirt, I just don't support what it represents. I now understand why Nike released the shirt. It's not about me. It's about encouraging people that live the alternative life to be true. You get it? In other words, be true to who you are. Don't hide who you are to please other people. Even if I'm, not in support of that world, I'm in support of you being who you are. Because the last thing you want to do is live your life in torment and misery, and you're not who you are. Do you know you can have children and be the type of guy that be like, let's say, for example, you're the type of guy that believes in the Bible, right? Well, I don't believe in this, and I don't believe in that alternative world, and I don't support that. And then one of your kids end up turning out living the alternative, and you learn that the hard way. What are you going to do then? See, these are those type of conversations we got to have, because a lot of times people get so deep that they don't realize that everybody have their own cross to carry. You see what I mean? So you can't be so high-minded in your spiritual walk with the Most High that you don't think. There's no greater sin than the next sin. It's not like, okay, he's living the alternative life, so I'm going to avoid talking to him. But yet you talk to everybody that lie, you talk to everybody that cheat, you talk to everybody that steal, you talk to everybody that covet, you talk to everybody that commit adultery, you talk to all of those people, and they're all in sin. But with this other person, because you found out he's living the alternative life, you treat him like an outcast. See, that's wrong. That's hypocrisy. And see, this is why when I speak on these issues, even though I don't agree with the alternative lifestyle, I also don't agree with liars. But that doesn't mean if somebody's a liar, I'm going to avoid talking to them. You get it? So I don't want you to feel no way if you hear me discussing these issues. I mean, if I'm a car dealership guy and I sell cars, I'm not going to sell cars to just straight people. I'm selling cars to everybody that come into my shop. And I think that as a people, we have to realize that everybody live their own life, whether you agree or don't agree. Twitch felt comfortable on her show because he didn't feel comfortable everywhere else. And now that he's not on that show, his life may have been a certain way, and we don't know. But he had other things going on behind the scenes that were out of his control. The rituals, the sacrifices, possible relationships, and he didn't have that protection that he once had when he was on the show. So the contract is up. Time to pay the piper now.
This is a life change.
Now listen to this, fam. Listen to this. Listen to this.
And we're all going through it. And it's okay to be sad and to reach out to each other, because nobody knows this exact experience other than the people who worked here, the people who represent Ellen, the people at Warner Brothers who have taken care of her. We have all been through this, and we went through it. And we went through it together. You guys should be proud that you stuck it out You went through it, you got to see what we've done for 19 years. But keep each other close. Don't keep in the pain. Talk to someone.
Don't keep in the pain. Talk to someone is what he said. Isn't that amazing? He said, don't keep in the pain. Talk to someone. So if Twitch had any pain, why he ain't talk to no one? You see what I mean? Yeah, that's another thing. Somebody, who's this? Crystal said, Ringo, I feel you. It's about the person's true character, sexuality aside. That's the point that I'm trying to drive home, because a lot of times, and see here, I gotta pause and talk about this. A lot of times people that follow the Bible, right? Whether they Christian, an Israelite, Muslim, whatever the case is, whatever your background is. A lot of times people, they look at someone that lived the alternative lifestyle, right? And they automatically condemn them automatically. And even if you don't agree based on your belief system, you must understand that their lifestyle and what they're doing is no different than your brother that you see every single day that lie, cheat, and steal from you. But yet you still call him your brother. Your brother lie to you, steal from you, and you still accept him as your brother. But if he was to come and tell you that, hey, bro, I want you to meet somebody, and it's a dude. Come to find out your brother been living the alternative life the whole time. What are you gonna do? Say you're no longer my brother? See, my point is, a lot of us have a lot of growing up to do. Seriously. It's really disgusting, to say the least. And this is why you have to be a people person to understand people. Because if you don't know how to do that, a lot of opportunities and doors are going to be closed off to you, because you don't know how to deal with people. Everybody is walking their walk. I don't like thugs, but that doesn't mean I can't talk to a thug and spit some game. And it's not that I don't like the thug. I don't like what they do. I don't like the crime. I don't like the criminality. I don't like the, just being in the streets all day. I don't entertain that world. But at the same time, people could change. People could do different things. Always treat people with respect. It doesn't matter who they are. You can't look at somebody and think, okay, this person lived the alternative life, so let me treat them differently from somebody that's straight. You can't do that. And the reason why I'm saying this on the show is because a lot of times people that are religious, they get so religious that the human side of them is no longer there. It's like they're just focused on judging. Yeah, but Ringo, the Bible says, hey, I know what the Bible says. The Bible also talks about liars. How many times do you lie in one day? How many times have you lied to your wife? How many times you have stolen something from your job? The Bible talks about stealing. It talks about committing adultery. It talks about idolatry. What in your life has become an idol? What about that? See, we don't want to talk about all of those things because nobody can see it. But when you can see a person living the alternative life, it's very apparent that the dude is into dudes. So you quick to point the finger of judgment. But what does the scripture talks about? It talks about the hypocrites. Why beholdeth the mote that's in your brother's eye when you have a beam in your own eye? You don't want to be a hypocrite, man. Because see, here's the thing. What if you start a business? What if you start a business, bro? To all you guys out there that are like, man, Ringo, you tripping, bro. Hey, you can say whatever you want. All I'm saying is this. What if you have a business and you got to hire people? And 5 of the guys that you got to hire is gay. And at the same time, their resume is extremely impressive. I'm talking about not only do they got the qualifications, not only do they got the expertise, but they got all the things to make your company successful. Are you telling me you're not hiring them because of their sexuality? Are you kidding me? And then we want to complain about being the first fired, the last hired, equal opportunity in the workplace. We want to talk about all of this stuff, affirmative action. There's a lot of companies out here that hire a lot of you so-called, and I don't even want to go there with you, but I'm just going to say my people. You got a lot of companies out there that might hire you because they're being forced to. In other words, they can't deny you. So why do we feel that because a person lives the alternative life, that we got to treat them a certain way just because of their sexuality? What they do in their private life, that's their business. If you disagree with it, cool. As long as they don't bring that around you and harass you, I don't got no problem with them. Leave them there. They doing their thing. They not bothering me. Hey, if I got employees, they live in that world, that's their business. As long as they doing their job, company is running, the bottom line is being met, we good to go. Because when I leave a job, I got my own life and ain't nobody worrying about what I'm doing. So why I'm worrying about what they doing? Twitch felt comfortable on Ellen's show because he felt pressure in the world around other people and other agencies. He was not able to be true to himself. You see what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, fam. Listen to this, brothers. Listen to this, sisters. I'm gonna tell you something right now. It's gonna mess you up. I'm gonna tell you something right now. There are people that are around you right now, and you having conversations in the workplace. And some of you brothers, you gotta watch out with this, man. Hey, you could lose your job. You may offend somebody really, really bad. You might be working around somebody that you will swear is straight because y'all talking every day. You didn't even know the dude the whole time that's at your job is living the alternative life, and you in front of him talking greasy. Yo, man, them dudes, man, doing X, Y, and Z, man. You bugging, man. I ain't with that, man. You talking crazy in front of this dude, in front of other people. You don't even know. Your coworker lived the alternative life, and he's offended by the way you talking, bro. And in some instances, hurt because they respect you, but they didn't know you were this angry. And it could really cause a really hostile working environment. This is where we get all of this hostile working environment stuff in the workplace and all these policies. It's because people don't know how to conduct themselves in the job. They don't know how to have conversations and keep them clean. You got to really assume that everybody around you is living that alternative life. That way you conduct your speech properly. I'm not saying you can't talk, you can't have conversations. At the same time, you want to be able to just do your job and keep everything, all that personal stuff, keep that at bay, bro. Don't gossip on the job. Don't talk about other people on the job. Just keep it cool. And that's it. And this is why Twitch got that tribute. And this is why he thanked Ellen, because she gave him a place where he could be himself without being judged for being on the DL, allegedly.
And this is a life change, and we're all going through it. And it's okay to be sad and to reach out to each other, because nobody knows this exact experience other than the people who worked here, the people who represent Ellen, the people at Warner Brothers who have taken care of her. We have all been through.
Got more people asking, how do you know he was living the alternative on the DL? If you watched the stream from the beginning, you would know that. Certainly you were not here from the beginning.
And we went through it. And we went through it together. You guys should be proud that you stuck it out.
That's definitely true. Who's this? Nisha? I think Nisha, you said, yep, you don't talk about politics, religion, sexuality at work, period. That's a fact. That is a fact right there. If you bring up religion You will end up in a debate, a war with other people that have a certain belief system. Guys talk about sex on the job all the time. I ain't gonna lie, they do. At the end of the day, it can get messy if other women overhear you. You'll be in HR for third-party sexual harassment. I've seen dudes get fired for sexual harassment. It's real. Even though it's sad, you have to remember when you go to your job, you're going there to do a job. You're not going over there to talk about sex. You're not going over there to talk about politics, who's the president, who you voting for. Keep all of that to yourself and just do your job.
You went through it, you got to see what we've done for 19 years, but keep each other close. Don't keep in the pain. Talk to someone. Anyone.
He said, don't keep in the pain. Talk to someone. So why Twitch kept in the pain and he ain't talked to nobody? He had a wife because he was murdered. He was murdered. Ain't no doubt about that. And I believe that the person who murdered him, it was like a forced murder where they told him, look, you got to kill yourself. If you don't kill yourself, we're going to bring all of this stuff out. All of this stuff is going to be leaked. All of this stuff is going to happen because you know too much. You know too much. You know too much about what went down with whatever situation. And I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just going to throw it out there. Again, what I'm about to say, I don't know if it's true or not or have any info, but I keep seeing people sending me videos of some woman that I guess she got taken out in a car crash or something a couple of months back. And I don't know if she was connected to Ellen. I don't know. I'm assuming that she may have been connected, but some woman was, I don't know, her car crashed into some house or something like that. And I don't know. I don't know if it connected to Ellen, but I think a few people sent me something along them lines. Somebody named Ann or something along them lines. I don't know. This is why I say when you send me videos, you got to make sense of it because I don't know who Ann is. You got to make sense. Send me material, but explain, Ringo, this particular woman was possibly in a relationship with such and such, or she was this. You got to send the info. Don't just post it in the chat because I'm not sitting there with my eyes on the chat, reading every single thing. I'm talking, I'm, multitasking, doing this show. So if you got info, you got to send it, but explain what it is. That's why on Instagram, you got the voice notes, the voice thing. You click the voice and explain it. Don't sit there typing everything out all day. Explain what it is. Make it plain so I can understand you. So we see them right here. They having a drink. Obviously, that's a drink in his hand because he's spilling it as he's shaking his hand. I don't know where this particular clip came from or what was the full points of it. But I'm assuming it may have been something regarding the ending of the show. I'm just saying. And they probably was given like a brief message on, reach out to anybody if you have any pain, if you have any hurts. And I think this is something that they talked about all the time on the Ellen DeGeneres show. I think that anytime the staff felt some type of way, if they felt excluded or if they felt out of touch or like they were being judged, to talk about it, to share their feelings. I think this is something that Ellen had them do on the show all the time. Like I said, the environment at her show was toxic. Judge Joe Brown talked about that and so forth. It is what it is. Again, everybody that's in the chat, keep your comments clean. You could rock out, just be respectful of other people in terms of their lifestyle and everything else. I'm not here for none of that BS. If I see anything that's out of pocket, I'm gonna boot you up on out of here. You have to remember, this is my platform. You post something in that chat, is representing me. This is why we block people. You can have a differences of opinion. At the same time, if it's offensive, that's when the problems start. You can say things without attacking people, right?
First met on So You Think You Can Dance.
Now notice this. In this particular clip, we're going to learn they were planning on having another kid. But Twitch wasn't sure about that. He didn't appear like he was really into having another kid. But I want you to think about what's happening. She approached him.
Yes, we did. It was so amazing. You know, I was out there making all these moves, and it took him a second to see them.
It took him a second to see the moves that a woman was making. I don't know why a man would take so long to notice the moves of a woman. If a woman came around me and started rubbing on my hand or rubbing on my arm or chest, I'm going to know right away. I'm going to know right away that she's into me. Now, listen to what she just said. Listen to this.
Once he did, we locked it in.
So you made the first move.
Of course I did.
She made the first move. I'm a little oblivious. I'm a little oblivious, though. You know.
He said he was a little oblivious to a woman making moves on him.
I mean, I'm not gonna. No, because I'm not. Because it's like this. She's also okay. Let me.
Are you watching the body language, fam? Listen. If you can't see that bruh man was on the DL, something wrong with you. Look at the body language, fam. Look at the body language, bro. Look at this, man.
First move. I'm a little oblivious. I'm a little oblivious, though. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. No, because I'm not. Because it's like this. She's also okay. Let me preface it. She's also incredibly nice and welcoming and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna be like, yeah, she feeling me. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
So you made the first move.
Of course I did.
She made the first move. I'm a little oblivious. I'm a little oblivious, though. You know what I mean? I'm not.
He said he's a little oblivious to a woman hitting up on him. Now listen to what she say.
I'm not gonna. No, because I'm not. Because it's like this. She's also okay. Let me preface it. She's also incredible.
He has to be under public scrutiny. Everybody's under public scrutiny. When a man is, because I'm responding to Dominique. Let me explain a couple of things. Right, this man died. Right, society is saying that he committed suicide. The wife haven't pushed for an investigation to find out if he was possibly murdered. TMZ released a statement claiming that there was a note, a suicide note. This is what they called it, that was left at the scene of where the body was. So now once you put all of that together, it's important to try to understand what was the motive, because TMZ claimed that the note alluded to past struggles and challenges. When you have information like that on social media and a man is dead, we have to consider things from every angle. This is why we have to hold him to public scrutiny to pretty much find out what was this man struggling with that alluded to him committing suicide. Right? So we're looking at the mannerism, we're looking at the body language, we're looking at different things that he done because we want to find out the truth. And just because a man have a wife and children does not necessarily mean he is straight. That has been proven many times to be false. There's a lot of guys that could be married with children and be on the DL. You understand? I've talked about different preachers. I exposed different preachers that was living the alternative lifestyle. They didn't come out the closet yet, but I used to make videos warning people that their pastor, is misleading them. And then because I kept making those videos, the pastor later on came out of the closet. He made it public, and everybody that was condemning me, saying that I'm judgmental, they had to come back to me with apologies because I was exposing the truth. Again, if you are who you are, just come out the closet and be real. Don't be fake, because you're going to end up hurting a woman that you're with because she thinks that you true, and come to find out, you messing around with a dude. And it's sad to say, but it seems like whenever it's a man, it get held to a higher degree than if it's a woman. And I don't like that, because you have a lot of women that like women, and it seems like straight men are more accepting of a woman that like women. I don't understand this. This is crazy. Why is it that we have so many men that have no problem if a woman is into women? They don't got no problem with her. That's like if a dude is dating a woman that is bisexual. He don't got no problem with her because he think that, if she got a woman, I'm cool with that. But yet if a dude is into a dude, the dude will get condemned. What's with this double standard? Right? What is with this double standard? Because like I said, I don't support the alternative lifestyle. I don't support that lifestyle. At the same time, to each his own. You know, if I'm with a woman, let's say, for example, I meet up with a sister and she tells me that she's pretty much bisexual. She's into women. I can't deal with her now. Why? Because I don't support that world. I'm not going to entertain a woman that want to be my woman, but she's into woman. I'm not going to fly with that. Now, some of you guys, you'll rock with her because you figure, oh, it's just a woman, you know. No, it affects me too. Because if I'm dealing with this woman, everything is spiritual. So if you entertaining that and mingling with that, you a part of that. There's no way around it. You a part of it too. You understand what I mean? That's no different than if you're a straight guy and you allow your wife to get banged by other men. What kind of man allows his wife to get banged by other men, but she's still your wife? That would make you one that promotes adultery. You promote that other men is okay for them to sleep with your wife, but you still with her? You're encouraging her sin. That's crazy. So at those points, you got to let that go. Let's go. Let's get back into this.
Nice and welcoming and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna be like, yeah, she feeling me. You know what I mean?
Hold on. I was like arms swooning, like all the passes, trying to do all that stuff, and he was oblivious.
I mean, literally, she was feeling me, like.
Hold on.
Are you listening to this? Allison just finished saying that she was really feeling him. I'm not talking about feeling him like she liking him from afar. She said she had hands all over him, feeling him up, and he was oblivious to her being attracted to him. Do you see that? Listen.
I was like arms swooning, like all the passes, trying to do all that stuff, and he was oblivious.
I mean,
how does a man be oblivious to all of that? If a lady, listen, brothers, if a lady put her hands on you, rubbing your hand and feeling on you, that woman is attracted to you heavy. So how could he be oblivious to it? It's crazy, right? Doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, literally, she was feeling me, feeling me.
Physically.
During dance rehearsals, you know what I mean? But so I didn't catch on. I was slow. But obviously I caught on.
You caught on to something.
Yeah, I caught on to something.
Physically.
During dance rehearsals, you know what I mean? But so I didn't catch on. I was slow. But obviously I caught on.
You caught on to something.
Yeah, I caught on to something.
So you notice he didn't catch on. Why? Because he wasn't really into that world. You know what I mean? Because he's on the DL, allegedly. A straight man would have caught on right away if a woman is feeling up on him. You know? Yeah, he wasn't attracted to her. He wasn't even, it's not that he wasn't even turned on. If a woman put hands on you, bro, that's going to pretty much, it's going to do something to you. You know? Let me do a little house cleaning. You know, every now and then I have to do some house cleaning because no mods are in the building. I don't know why people even waste their time watching me. It's like, why are you here for? You're wasting your time.
I'm here to get this. You get bust some serious moves.
When he locked it in, he took me onto the dance floor. We've been together ever since.
So he locked it in, he took her to the dance floor, and they've been together ever since. This was a business relationship. This wasn't a real authentic marriage. This was a business contractual relationship. And being that the Ellen DeGeneres show ended, everything else must end, including the marriage. Y'all gotta peep the game, and you have to understand how the blood sacrifice rituals are pretty much done. She's pretty much ready to go move on, get into a new relationship because he's no longer needed. You have to understand. He was blood sacrifice. It's over.
Oh, that's such a beautiful love story, right?
You see that fake kiss? That was a fake kiss. That was a fake kiss. She could have been his handler, but that was a fake kiss. Check it out.
Look at y'all are adorable. That's such a beautiful love story, right?
That was 100% fake. That was not real. That was not real. Check it out. Look at this, people. That was a fake kiss.
Look at y'all are adorable.
That was
That's
fake.
such a beautiful love story, right? Look at y'all are adorable.
Listen, they didn't even touch lips. That was fake. I had to zoom in. That was totally fake.
That's such a beautiful love story, right?
Look. Fake.
Look at y'all are adorable.
That was not the kiss of a husband and wife. Do you understand me, man? It's crazy. Right. Real men, we don't even kiss. Yeah, real men do not kiss their wife like that. Come on. That's like, you know, like how when you acting, that's how that is. It's almost like they're doing the show and they got to make it look good for the public. That's how that was, man. It's crazy.
Oh my God, do you miss having a newborn in the house?
Notice she said, do you miss having a newborn in the house? Check it out.
I sure do.
Uh-oh. Look. Look at his facial expression.
I think we would love to start trying for another one.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What? How you feel? Look, she says she
Wow.
missed it. How you feel?
No, listen, I
Notice how he's stumbling.
No, but we really do. I mean, I love the little babies. I love them, and
Notice how he's looking at her saying, I love the little babies. I love the little babies. This is crazy, fam.
to be quite.
By him looking at her the way he looking, do you realize they're having a conversation while he's looking at her, you know? You understand? It's almost like he's looking at her to see if it's okay to say these things. It's like looking at somebody trying to, is it okay for me to say this, baby? Is it okay? Is it okay for me to do this? Because remember, they're looking at each other and it's almost as while he's saying it, is it okay for me to say this? Am I doing good? Or should I say something else? I feel the whole time he's being controlled by her at this time. I felt and I believe that Twitch was controlled by his wife throughout the whole time in the marriage. She was the head of that house.
Yeah, it's a constant conversation.
Okay, well, with that being said, you have your oldest in high school.
Uh-oh, now watch this. Now they're about to talk about the elder daughter. Listen, I learned that wasn't his daughter from this particular clip. That's how I learned. I didn't know that the elder I thought that was his daughter the whole time.
Yes.
Wow, so
Pray
what's
for
that
us.
like?
Pray
I'm
for
praying.
us.
Our oldest
That's what it is.
our oldest is 14. She's a freshman, but she's
Notice she said our oldest, as if though this is his biological daughter. It's not his biological daughter.
incredible, man. Like, she's so cool. She's such a good kid.
When you see me put these particular clips in, it's because I'm hiding the identity of the daughter. When it comes to children, I don't put people's children in my videos. I don't do that. Right? So I block it out or I might blur the image. That's all I do. If you want to know who their daughter is and who the children is, you can find that with a simple Google search. I just don't allow that in my videos.
Kid, like, she's so respectful. I mean, look at her. She's stunning.
Absolutely.
So beautiful.
She actually just went to her first high school dance. She went to Cumming.
Yeah, she did.
So was this like a first date? Did she have a date?
She did have a date, Jennifer.
And how did she look at you? Here he go again. He like, okay, Jennifer, all right.
Yeah, she did.
And what was that like?
It was,
He's talking about when the daughter had her date or whatever the case is. I guess he's trying to act like a tough father and whatnot.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. When you.
Yeah, he was a stepfather. That's right. He was a stepfather. The whole time I thought that was his daughter. That's what I thought.
Have a partner in crime like this right here.
He called his wife partner in crime. I think she really lived up to that name, partner in crime. Yeah, it's almost like the script for that show was set up to get that out of them because that woman, she asked those questions like, so do you get lonely, like, or do you want to hear the voice of another baby in the house? So what we got from this clip is they were planning on having another child. So why would a man commit suicide? Why would a man do that during the holidays? Why would a man do that? It doesn't even make any sense.
It also helps me increase my emotional intelligence, right?
Notice his emotional intelligence. His wife helps him to increase his emotional intelligence.
Because, you know, obviously I'm like, and look, for y'all that know me, I'm like, hey, Twitch guy. But when it comes to my daughter, I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Like,
that's not your daughter. That's her daughter from another man. Do you understand me? He's making it seem that like the elder daughter was his biological daughter and he's gonna fight a guy or put the fear of God in that boy not to mess around with his daughter. He never called her his stepdaughter or nothing like that. He's acting as if though that's his biological daughter to hide the fact that he got with a single mom. You know what I mean? Not saying anything's wrong if he got with a single mom, but my point is they painted their relationship as if though all the kids were his kids. You know what I mean? And it looked that way. To me, I found out that the elder daughter was not his child from this particular clip, not because somebody told me, even though I know people probably was trying to warn me in the chat. I had some people tell me stuff on Instagram, but at the same time, I learned this on my own from looking at this particular clip.
what camera are we on? Like, you know, like it's that. It's that. You see what I'm saying? And but
the thing is, whether he adopted her when she was 6 years old or not, the point that I'm trying to make, and this is the point I make all the time, where is the so-called baby's father? Why he's not active in her life? You know? A lot of times, you guys, you want to step up to the plate to be a stepdaddy, and I'm here to tell you that, you know, you might get with a woman, she might be nice looking and all. At the same time, you need to have that conversation with her like, look, I'm really feeling you. I would like to build a relationship with you. At the same time, where's the baby daddy at? Like, you know, is he active in your son's life? You know, you know, your child need to be with his father, especially if you're a lady and you got a son, you know. Don't try to get some new man to assume that role. You got to be about your business and get the biological father active in this young boy's life. So you got to do that. You know? I'm just letting you know at the same time. I ain't saying that he can't adopt her or he can't do this, but I have a rule. And one of those rules is that if a woman is a single mom, right, where is the biological father at? And why he's not active. You know, we need to know that. And the child need to know who his real father is. You got to instill that in him. And the real father need to be around so that the boy can grow up and do what he need to do. Don't force that on a new man, because I already asked this question in other shows. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask it again. I'm going to put all you ladies on the spot. The majority of single mothers, when they get with a new guy, they claim this is the package deal, right? They claim in order for you to get with me, you got to accept me and my kids, right? Think about that. So my question to you ladies is this. If you got with a guy and he have 3 kids, how many of you ladies with a show of a 1, as soon as you meet the guy, I'm talking about as soon as you meet him, he got 3 kids. He's a single father, right? He's asking you that he want you to be the stepmommy to his kids. And they're all between the ages of 4 and 9. And he want you to be the stepmommy. I want to know, are you ladies ready to be a stepmommy? Or do you feel that the mother of those children should be active in their life? You understand? Now you got to think about this question now. And don't try to be tricky because I'm going to catch you. I'm smart. Remember that. Are you going to be happy and motivated and ready to be a stepmommy as soon as you met this guy? Or do you feel like over time, as you really get to know the man, then maybe you'll be more accepting of his children because you got to know the man and over time things kind of fell in the right place. But at the same time, you still as a woman are going to probably be like, look, where their mom at? I mean, if she's dead, that's a different story. But if she's alive, what is she doing? So my point is, if a man get with a woman and she got kids, why should he be so accepting of your kids and he just met you? He just met you. If I met a woman and she have kids, my first initial purpose of business is getting to know the woman. Because that's who I'm most likely into. I'm into the woman, right? Now, if she have kids, all of that will iron itself out over time. The problem is, a lot of times when women get with a guy, they put their kids in front of them and say, well, in order for us to even talk any further, I need to make sure that you're accepting of me and my kids. And I'm like, nah, you could go, forget it. Because that's not how you make the sale. You got to get to know the man. You understand me? Because we know as a brother, as a man, as a black man, if I came with kids and I just say, hey, ladies, hey, I'm looking to get with a sister, you know what I mean? I need a sister, that want to be a stepmommy to my kids. That's going to turn you off right away. Even if you're the type of woman that love kids, it's going to turn you off. You would want to be, first of all, getting to know me. And over time, all of those things will fall into place. That's all I'm saying. Never try to use your kids to force somebody to be with you and use it as an ultimatum. Like, well, if you don't accept me and my kids, you can't be with me. That's crazy. The person didn't sign up to be with you because of your kids. They signed up because they were attracted to you. How about work on the relationship first? So in the situation with Twitch, when he got with her, she already had a child. My thing is, where's the father? Why we don't see no videos with the father dancing with them or the father with his daughter? Because the reason why we got to put her under public scrutiny is because whatever went wrong in her previous relationship that produced her daughter could hold the answer to why Twitch is dead. You got to put it all together, man. You understand? That's just crazy. Somebody said, Ringo, the father is their personal, the father is their personal life. It's not public info. What are you trying to say? Because I don't understand that sentence. It doesn't even make no sense. You got to rewrite that. The father is their personal life. It's not public info. It doesn't make sense. Because Twitch is a stepdaddy. And being a stepdaddy, that excludes the biological father of his responsibilities of raising his daughter. That's not how it go. If I commit a crime, I'm the one going to jail. Who's going to be the step criminal? Who want to step up to the plate and take the rap for the crime I did? Right? That's crazy. You're not making any more sense either. Now you're saying the biological father, what you said, the biological father is not meant to be out there in the public. That's not even making any more sense either, And that's a problem because I always tell guys that when you get with women, you got to know about her past relationship because it's going to tell you where you're going to go in the future. If all your relationships end and all these guys you choose, then me getting with you is going to be problematic because then I know the answers. All I got to do is just look at your past relationships as a woman. What did you do with all these guys? And why they all left you? Listen, brothers, if you meet a sister and she's fine, beautiful, this is why I keep telling you guys, just because a woman look beautiful doesn't mean nothing, bro. It really don't. I mean, it does because obviously we're attracted to her, but the point is, it pretty much will cancel out any future relationship because it's like, what was her previous relationships like? And why all those guys left her? She's such a good woman. We need to know about it. So all I'm asking is, where is the biological father and how come he's not active in the daughter's life? I don't want to hear that it's not meant for him or it's not meant for it to be public and all this other stuff. Whatchamacallit, it's crazy. You said you do need to get to know woman's past, but we can't judge Twitch being a stepdad and bio dad. Get me? No, I don't get you. I don't get you. What I get is another man is not being responsible, and that man is most likely not even paying child support, most likely not doing nothing for his own daughter. And why is Twitch being responsible for another man's actions? Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, brothers, if you got a sister pregnant, she's gonna have you in court for child support. So where's the biological father? How come he got a pass? Is the father a black guy? Is the father a white man? This is information we need to know because it says a lot about the wife and where she been before Twitch got with her. Was she in these streets? Think about that.
He really helps me to realize, yo, it's all good. We all did it. We have to do this. This is part of it. So and also Wesley is just dope. So she attracts dope people, and that's exactly what's been happening, man.
See, now he left behind his mom. He left behind his mom because somebody decided to take him out due to the blood sacrifice rituals. And it's a sad situation. Sad situation. So y'all still believing that Twitch committed suicide? Y'all believe that still? Do y'all still believe that? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that Twitch was murdered by someone else. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe he committed suicide. Because we need to find out where the minds of the people is. Because remember, they closed the case already, so he's not going to get no justice. It's a done deal. We got a lot of 1s. I'm seeing very few 2s. A lot of people, see, the majority of the people. All right, now, watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all want to see wisdom? Man, this is good. This is really, really good. This is really, really good. It's interesting how these things come to my mind. Okay, now, we seen all the votes. Now watch this. You want me to help all of you out? You want me to help you all to understand the truth without having all the answers? You want me to show you something that's powerful about yourself? It's gonna shock you. You're gonna smile too once I give you the answer. I guarantee you're gonna smile. Y'all ready? Okay. We don't personally know Twitch. We don't know his wife personally. What we do know is that the news media said he committed suicide, right? But one thing we all have is we all have a life. And we all been living on this planet long enough. And we seen things, we heard things, we understand history. And we could all look at the situation with Twitch and know that he was murdered. The reason why I asked you to put a 1 or a 2 is to show you something powerful. You ready? How many of you familiar with, I believe it's, I think it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I think that's the game show. You ever notice on that game show, I'm not sure if it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or if it's another name, but there was a particular question that comes on the show where you can ask the audience. Y'all remember that? Where you can ask the audience, what does the audience think? And then it'll show that 75% or 80% of the audience believe the answer is C. You will be dumb if you don't go with what the audience say. The reason why I'm saying this, ladies and gentlemen, is all of you have power. All of you have insight. Your gut is telling you that Twitch was murdered. And the reason why I'm asking by that show of ones, because if all of you are saying the same thing, that's the proof. Because all of you are spiritual and all of you have insight and you've seen things and you heard things, and this murder doesn't make sense. So when I asked the people to put a 1 in the chat, if you believe that he was murdered and you just got flooded with 1s, you might have had 3 2s or 5 2s. It's because the majority of the people know that this man was murdered, and he was. So no matter what the news media is telling you, they're lying. So just like on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I'm asking what the audience think. And if the audience believe that Twitch was murdered, and the majority of us is saying the same thing, then guess what? That's the answer you better choose. He was murdered. And his wife is involved, allegedly. How do you know the wife is involved? She's covering it up. There's no public statements from her. You don't see her on camera. You don't see her on camera crying. No tears. Okay, when's the funeral? When is the funeral? Oh, no funeral? No videos on IG? Really? That's crazy. That's really crazy, fam. Again, all the information I shared thus far, we showed you the rituals, we showed you the tribute, we showed you Twitch wearing women hair and flexing like a woman, mannerism. We showed you that the place on the Ellen DeGeneres show was toxic, and the guy that was talking was basically appearing to be talking to somebody during the show. Like if you look at the way he was talking about, if you have, if you are in pain, talk to somebody. Why the camera was focused on him and Twitch? Why the camera was focused on just them and not everybody else? Because it could be a message that was directed to him. You see, it could be a message that's directed to him. And that's why they recorded it. And that's why they put it out there. To make it look like if Twitch had some sort of depression and struggles. And now that he's been deleted, that video that I showed you is now surfacing. Why? Because that's the narrative they want to paint. It's a crazy situation, man. Very, very crazy situation. And this is why we got to talk about these things. Blood sacrifice, ladies and gentlemen. Ellen DeGeneres, the vampire. That's right. And Twitch's wife. Her hands is dirty, y'all. Yes, it is. Allegedly. I don't trust the wife at this point. At first, when I first started my streams regarding the case, I said I don't want to say nothing yet. But at this point, I don't trust the wife at all. The only one out of Twitch's family that makes the most sense is the grandfather. We talked about that, I think it was yesterday. The grandfather said that when he first heard everything, he didn't believe that his grandson committed suicide. He said he don't believe that. The grandfather said he don't believe the story that was put out there. So why the wife believes that he committed suicide if Twitch was such a loving guy full of life? I mean, just look at that photo with the wife picture right there. Does she look like somebody that... that picture looked evil. I'm just going to be honest with you. It looked like somebody that got something to hide. And in that picture, she was with her husband. I just kind of edit her out and just put it by, you know, just like that. That's all I did. I put it where you just see her alone. But at the end of the day, that image came from her and her husband. They were together in an image. But this right here is crazy. You know, it's a crazy thing. Somebody said, I'm a liar. You're a liar. I'm a liar for what? Explain. See, this is what I mean, how when ninjas don't know how to talk, they just say you're a liar. About what? Explain yourself. Make some sense. What am I lying about? What am I lying about? Make some sense. I'm waiting. What am I a liar about? You said I'm a liar. Allison was never involved. Okay, now watch this, ladies and gentlemen. You want me to show you how you deal with trolls? If I'm a liar, the burden of proof is on you proving me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. If I'm lying, the burden of proof is you proving me wrong, sir. You just can't say I'm wrong and I don't know what I'm talking about. You have to prove me wrong. That's how the rules go. Do you know Allison personally? How could you say that I'm wrong? How are you going to say she's not involved when she is involved? She went down to the police station. She's the one who ran down to the police station claiming that her husband wasn't home and he left out the house. She's involved, very much involved. So again, sir, you would have to prove me wrong. And that's something you can't do. You understand? Nobody's just going to delete themselves like that. This man was set up to delete himself. That's what happened. He was set up to delete himself and most likely transferred some money. Listen, they ain't going to let him just delete himself and he didn't like transfer no money, contracts, and so on and so forth. Gabriel, look, I don't know, maybe you're a parrot, but you keep saying, no, she's not involved. How do you know that? Prove me wrong. What proof do you have that says she's not involved? And why are you defending her? How much are they paying you? How much are they paying you, Gabriel? Who sent you? Yes, she is involved. How much they paying you? See, they sent Gabriel. That's crazy, right? How much they paying you, bro? Like what they gave you? He said, I just proved you wrong. Come on, Gabriel, man. You got to do better than that, fam. You're wasting a lot of time. They sent Gabriel over here, y'all. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, how many people in the chat believe that Gabriel has lost his marbles? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe he lost his marbles. Let me see what the people got to say. Or put a 2 in the chat if you believe he's correct. All right, let me see. Got a bunch of 1s. Damn. You're not looking too good, Gabriel. You got one person that's with you. That's probably your other account. Oh, man. Gabriel, it's not looking good for you, bro. Damn. You getting roasted in the chat. Damn. That one train is running them over, man. Gabriel sitting there, he's probably like, and this is the moment that he knew he fucked up. Anyway, this was definitely a blood sacrifice. The entire story of the wife in my humble opinion, was fabricated. I believe that there was an argument in the house. I believe they were arguing about something, and he stormed out of the house to go deal with the issue. There was a threat that was made, and I believe the wife is fully aware of it. And the only reason why she gave the story to the public, to the media, is to cover her tracks so that she don't have no involvement. Any wife that has a husband that died in this manner would not brush it under the rug by just closing the case. She's going to be saying, nah, somebody murdered my husband. There is no way that my husband would commit suicide. We just finished getting ready for the holidays. What are you talking about? We're getting ready for the holidays. We have plans. We have this. We have that. We got the kids getting ready. We're doing X, Y, and Z. Why would he do this? Somebody murdered my husband. Y'all got to investigate. She would be pleading with the public. Somebody murdered my husband. I love him. I can't believe this. Why y'all do this to my... Listen. That is the way. That is the way a wife would be, fam. They just celebrated their 9th year anniversary. It's your anniversary. They just did that. So why? Oh, yeah. I know that particular woman, yeah, definitely an agent. Yeah, definitely. It's crazy. It is crazy out here, man. Let me see. They said something else because I ain't catch it. Let me see. Man, forget that person. I don't even care. Wasting no more energy on that person, man. Anyway, like I said, the wife's story was fabricated and put out there in the public to keep us from finding the truth. That's what it was designed for. And all right, let's break it down, right? Let me play this little piece here. Let me play this little piece. Because now his mom is crying. Now let's think about this now, fam. Remember, his mom was everywhere where he was. So why would this brother go delete himself knowing that his mom gonna be crying every day? Until she passed away, she's gonna be crying every day about her son. Why would he put his mom through that? You know what I mean? And I'm not the only one that's saying these things. I know there's other people out there. Somebody has sent me one video with some other content creators. They pretty much on the you know, they questioning the narrative. They doing their due diligence. That's a good thing to see. I might do a review about their particular video, even though I pretty much covered all that information. I may not. It is what it is. But Mom Duke is going to be crying for a long time because she misses her son. But now, what you got to think about, ladies and gentlemen, this man had kids, man. Kids. What man is going to put a gun to his head and pull the trigger when he know he got kids? Who does that? Who puts a gun to their head and pull the trigger knowing they got kids? Look at that woman's face. Does she look trustworthy in that picture right there? I don't see it. I don't trust the wife, bro. It's just something about her that just look creepy. I'm just being honest with you, man. And I can read people. I can look at people and I can read them. There's a dark side to her, man. There's a very, very dark side to her, man. And she know all of Twitch's secrets. Let me throw some things out there. What about this, ladies and gentlemen? What if she threatened to divorce him? Have that ever came to mind? She threatened to divorce him and it broke his whole world. She probably allegedly threatened to divorce him, or she claimed, oh, I'm leaving you. How could you leave me? For what? Because of your past. I feel that you're on the DL and I don't like it, so I'm leaving you. But I need you. Don't do this. I won't be able to live anymore. I need you. I don't care. I'm leaving you. I found somebody else and I'm leaving you. You see that? Again, I'm just throwing some things out there for you to consider. Think about it. Remember, this is the season where women start leaving marriages. We already seen what happened with Tia Mowry. She left a good brother because she want to go out there and live her best life. She want to go back to the streets. You don't see how she's on social media? Tia Mowry, flaunting her body now, taking all sorts of pictures, trying to show you her legs, trying to show you her curves. What do you think she's looking for? A new man. That's all. Looking for that new man to fill up her box with something. That's what she's literally looking for right now. But it's sad how they do this, fam. Look at her there. Do you trust that woman right there? Does she look like the type of woman you can trust? And if you look at his face, if you look at Twitch's face, he almost looked unhappy. If you really think about it, he looks kind of like out of it. It's like, okay, but her face, I don't know. Again, I need to know more background. I need to know what was her previous relationship, who was the guy. What were their relationship of, this perfect couple? I'm not buying that. And put a 1 in the chat if the stream is good, if everything's good, because I don't know if it just cut off or not. I don't know. I don't know if it's going good, if it's lagging. I don't know. Because it just cut off on my end and it restarted. I'm going to buy me another new computer. I'm going to use this computer for other things. I'm going to update the computer. Even though it's updated, it's like Apple always keep updating stuff. And I think they be doing things on purpose to your computer so you can go buy a new one. Okay, it looked like everything is going back good. Somebody said it cut off for a second. Okay. All right. Yeah, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel to to be updated on these videos. Once I finish this, I'm gonna go grab me something to eat, continue working on this door. So I want to get back on camera. It's just I can't be on camera if I got the whole damn studio all crazy with material everywhere. Can't do that. I mean, I could, but it won't even look right. But if you're joining on the show, we're talking about how Twitch was allegedly on the DL. He was living a double life, allegedly. And his past haunted him. And Ellen DeGeneres, she knew about it. A few other people knew about it. And something may have happened where they were about to leak the information, or perhaps Twitch was going to leak some information and somebody approached him about that. And something went wrong. They probably threatened his children. There was probably going to be an outing of someone outing him. He knew a lot about Ellen DeGeneres' life. There's just a lot of things that happen, and the wife knows about this, and she's not speaking. They said that there's a suicide note, but they never showed it. This is why I don't believe the media. If you watch the stream from the beginning, you would be able to put the clues together about the statements about the alleged living on the DL. If you watch the stream from the beginning, this is why it's very important that you watch the full stream, not 5 seconds. A lot of times people come to a show and they just view 5 minutes and then they leave. You're never going to gain everything in 5 minutes, fam. That's like going to a movie theater and watching a movie for 5 minutes and then walk out and give a review on how the movie suck. You only were there for 5 minutes. You got to watch the whole movie. That's just the way it is. So I don't trust the wife. I believe she's guilty. I believe she's involved. She haven't come out and said anything on camera. All you see is a bunch of texts and statements to the media. What is she going to do now? Where's the YouTube channel going to go? Where's the Instagram and TikToks? Where is that going to go? What does she stand to gain from the blood sacrifice of this brother? You know, what does she stand to gain from this? Yeah, his mother would know about his lifestyle. You're right. Crystal.
Over a decade.
Crystal, you're on point. You said, Ringo, his mother had to know too. Maybe that's why the letter isn't being released. That could be it. I talked about that in another stream. I didn't talk about the mother knowing. That's your original talking point. So, you know, credit to you for saying that. There's a possibility that the mother already done know her son may have, you know, had some sort of alternative lifestyle ways. Normally, he may have already done open up to his mom about that. And this is why you always see him with his mom, because his mom was always there to encourage him. You see what I mean? That's another thing. That's a good point you brought up there. Yeah. Insurance. Yeah. If there's an insurance policy on this man, the wife benefits from everything. She gets everything. She gets everything. All the money that he have in the bank, it all goes to her. So it's estimated that Twitch was estimated to be worth about $5 million. So she gets it all. You see, she gets all the money. She gets the insurance. She get any sort of deals that they have, any sort of endorsement deals, all the social medias, all of that goes to her. But see, now the social medias that she have, all of them are pretty much done. They're going to all flop at this point. You can forget about it. Even though the TikTok was very popular, the TikTok with the wife is no longer going to be successful now that he's gone. Look, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you about this, man. Listen to this. A lot of times people sacrifice people because they want it all. And it's not going to be the same. It's just like the situation with Takeoff and the Migos, right? Takeoff was blood sacrificed, and you would think that Quavo and Offset would be very successful, but no, not necessarily, because without Takeoff, there is no Migos, right? So they're no longer going to be successful. Quavo might come out with albums and songs. Some of y'all might still support it and like it, but it's never going to be the same without Takeoff. So the TikTok for Twitch is not going to be the same anymore. You know, it's never going to be the same no more. Without him there, it's going to flop. She knows that. That's why she's going to get paid. And in some cases, she don't care. She's going to get all the money, the insurance, and possibly a book deal. Somebody going to hire her for something. They're not going to leave her with children and not have nothing coming in. You know? So, hey, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. But anyway, we showed you the kiss of death. See that? That's the kiss of death, right? We talked about the sacrifices and the rituals. We talked about everything in the stream, all these different points we brought out. The on stage thing. This is another very telling thing if you haven't seen it.
Twitch, don't be getting jealous. I got you some too. There's an envelope over there. You probably wondered what.
I feel like that dude from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Wow. 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 Are you seeing what's happening here?
I feel like that dude from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Do you see this, ladies and gentlemen? This is not that of a masculine man. I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is.
I feel like that dude from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Wow, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Somebody said all the internet says is that Allison Halka was previously engaged, no name, nothing. Yeah, they're going to hide all of that information. And they always say engage. Engage is a nice word to make it look like you are about to get married when really the woman was just in these streets, you know? It's trying to make it look like she wasn't out there being a 304. Are you seeing this? Check out the hand movement and check it out. He's moving the hair. Again, ladies and gentlemen, in plain sight. In plain sight. You got everything you need right there. You know, I'm trying to help you out. But there you go.
I like that dude from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I was gonna say.
Wow, wow, wow. You can't make that up, ladies and gentlemen. And then you have the altar table sacrifice.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Oh my God! Oh God!
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is, it's crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. I'm trying to give y'all the message so y'all can see it, man. But hey, it is what it is. People don't understand it. Wow. You have the blindfold sacrifice of the Illuminati. Eating of food from her hand.
Ready? You ready? You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Wow. You see that? The Baphomet. That's what this is all about. Blood sacrifice ritual. The so-called tribute that was made by Ellen DeGeneres was actually a ritual because they knew that that image that you see with the black and white was in memory of Twitch because he was supposed to die due to the blood sacrifice. You know. Well, yeah, I don't get that either when he talks about the earth, wind, and fire thing, because if you really think about it, man, it's like him bringing them up is another clue, if you really think about it. But again, the tribute that she made for him was actually in memory of him because he was going to be sacrificed. That's the image of when somebody put RIP. That black and white image is really an RIP photo in memory of when somebody died. That's not when the show ended and I'm going to miss you. No, that's when somebody's about to die.
I love you. I got you something.
See what I mean? Sad situation.
Well, I can just be myself, you know what I mean? I came here to dance one time.
You see the hand movement? Hey, it is what it is, fam. But anyway, I'm going to get up on out of here. Do what I got to do, right? So that's what we have for you today. We're going to be back on later. Appreciate everybody rocking with the platform. You know what I'm saying? All the people showing love, showing support. You know, if you like my work and you feel that it's needed and you gain information out of it, I would really appreciate it if you support the stream via Cash App, $ Ringo TV Raw. You know what I mean? Without your support, we can't do this. But with your support, we're able to do a lot. That's how it goes. You understand? If you haven't done it already, I would really appreciate if you click the like button. If you like the stream, you know, if you feel it's worth, you know, someone else's time, if you feel that someone else needs to see the stream to learn, you know, clicking the like button goes a long way because it helps with the algorithm so that more people can see. You know, YouTube will recommend my videos to more people. And the reason for that is because of you. So without you, nothing could happen. See, it's not about me. Do you understand that? See, I'm nothing without you. In order for me to have success, it got to be because you want me to have success. That's the only way it works, right? So appreciate everybody for clicking the like button, everybody that want to support the stream. If you're not subscribed, subscribe today. Ringo TV Reactions, the best reactionary channel on YouTube, hands down. We'll be back on later on. Hopefully I could get this door done and do what I need to do. So be patient. I got a lot of work to do. I'm very, very busy. If you got any information on anything, hey, just send it to my Instagram at Ringo TV Raw and I'll look into it and see what's going on when I have time. So I appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the clouds, all the channel members, everybody that rock with the platform. Ringo TV reactions, doing our thing. It is what it is. Yeah. Ringo TV reactions. Providing you and yours with the best reactionary videos on YouTube. Ringo TV reactions. Subscribe today for the best content on YouTube. Ringo TV reactions. Click the notification bell for more. Yeah! We out, fam. I'll catch you in the next stream. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.